Kind of weird night.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. So I'm a poet. I'm going to read 3 poems.
Woo!
I was not prepared for this at all.
I'm sorry?
Good thing I got the book. First is called Painful. I said, how do you make the pain stop? She said, you can't. I said, you don't understand. You've done it 1,000 times just by saying hello.
Woo!
That's that. Second is called Forestry. I swear, sometimes with some people I could dream of paint drying and awake, dying to escape to such a beautiful oasis. Sorry.
No worries.
I'm a weird amount of nervous tonight. I can't explain. Somewhere deep inside my slumber, I believe that there are traces of seed, and not so far away lies the forestry, and all of time before this seems irrelevant, like remember whens and former dreams of settlement. Somewhere embers are still smoldering, like pestilence, but somewhere this oasis must exist. And the craters turn to blisters, even just in the retraces of a fist. Somewhere all was laid to dust, indifferent in a forest. Branches sway, dancing day to night, advancing, playing with the light, retracing shady vines. Somewhere in the summer's fading sight, I saw her, wondered when to say goodbye, and suddenly half the painting dried, a watercolored sky, the mosses cauterized, somewhere clinging to the bark and I, clinging to a feeling, but feeling hands and stealing back eternity is like purposely concealing traps. If moss only points north and it faces away, somewhere south there sits a girl in a classroom gray. Like faded cartoons, I start to lose my place and pardon what is paradox, betraying the painting right behind me because I do not know her name. Somewhere my paint is drying, so I dare not look away. The last piece is called Reverie, and it's actually the first poem I ever performed on any stage, and it's the last poem in my book, so enjoy. I walked to the park today, and it seems I walk here so often. Another me was there to say hello there. You look fairly lost in what you want and what you need, and I hated his hubris. I created such a useless dream, me and myself. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do but scream, so I instead asked him what he did for fun. He said, I write poetry, and I know it seems cliche considering you used to do the same, but one day didn't. You instead read and listened to your fate, he said, but I responded, then you think you're better than me, because you still write. Where I left, you stood by as I said my goodbyes, and so eventually I would ask, and so I asked what you want me to. Why? He said, he turned to me so earnestly, soft, and slowly spoke. The real question is why not? The real answer is when you stopped trying to hope, when you gave up on her, when it was so worth the shot. I couldn't believe it. After 5 years, he still loved the girl it took me so long to let go of. The reason we started writing Know the Sun in sad stories where I tried to know love. I laughed. I simply could not hold myself back. How pathetic of a man he was to interlope inside my interwoven reverie, exact to every detail. He was who I was, with hope. So you say you've loved her all these years. I will not deny the source of my porcelain high, her and the fire she caught that brought me to tears. I could not believe that a man such as he could exist, but this time, somehow I did. Today, somehow I witnessed myself. Okay, 2 questions. Are you real? Have you paid for a meal that she ate? No, but it's of how I feel that creates all the love and the wealth, how her shadow envelops this place, but I regret that she is yet to be repaid. Now, one question for you. Because I know you still dream about her. How do you sleep with a woman and dream of the two, the bee who is always who you will need to return, he asked. I laughed. You seem to be trapped in a dream that will grasp at a fever and feast but to fester. I fear that the reaper is feminine. I heed you to see there is evidence, facts that will lead you to me, and such are benevolent acts of impediments. So I will ask, did she ever love you once? Even by accident, did she ever even cry upon your shoulder? No, but you still know why that doesn't matter when she is so beautiful. It's so unusual to know her as anything other than the lovely girl. Every day within her light is an everlasting peace. If art was only measured by the amount of beauty it brought to the world, the one-word poem asking her to smile would be our only masterpiece. I was so intrigued. I knew that she was ecstasy when I first met her, how she was heavenly, angelic in the way. She was everything I relished in the letters I would never let her read until the day I trusted her, but my love preferred a memory, so I suffered through the reverie. I wonder if she still remembers me. If I choose to run into the thunder, will we still be struck? Is it just my luck? I do not love her any more than hoarding what I once thought was sorting warnings under all that she was, and she was so wonderful. As for all it is that I remember, but it was not worth the heartache cold. The embers lie too far away, they never died, but rendered every night a chillingness. The martyr lay so still, and yet I would still awake, frozen like a soda hiding in the cold December lake, wondering if when to open, fizz, and firefight like photo finishers erase the time that I lay here waiting, pacing back and forth, the ice that lay between me and a summer day. The night, the frozen lake is right beside it, culminates and holds me dry. For wet, I will forget the cloudy clover sky and all that she gave to me. All that I loved her for is why I must forget her as a falling leaf. Swallow all the keys, love her, no apologies. I've seen and felt enough to purge her memory. He's heard his inner mind argue all of this before, but he always still decided she was always worth the violence of the war. She was more of an asylum than a ward. He still didn't understand why the other him traded a bullet for his serrated sword, thinking I would drown inside a puddle, swim inside the frozen lake, to live and to die when life was so immortal, when it revolved around their son, her, when the memory of her was so fucking crazy, so unattainable. So why? How could waiting all this time be so insane to anyone? When did you give up? When she asked me to. Why was what you had never enough? Because she never even loved you. She never even thought to try. Thank you.